Are you a starving artist or a struggling entrepreneur? And do your parents want you to settle down and get a real job? I may have something that will help lift your spirits and make them more understanding. Last night was a full moon in Aries. Pretty rough night for me. If you believe in any of that astrology stuff, it's basically an opportunity to tap into who you truly are, right? Tapping into the solar chakra, which is the ego. So at any rate, I meditated, I composed, I watched an inspiring documentary by Jim Carrey. And there's this one quote that I won't forget by Jim Carrey, which was, "You can fail at what you don't like, so you might as well fail at what you love." Now, I wrote a letter to my parents with these 3 questions. And the first question was, what do these historical figures have in common? And I listed off Mahatma Gandhi, Albert Einstein, Jesus Christ, Van Gogh, Leonardo da Vinci. And the answer is, they all died poor. People thought they were crazy, but they changed the world. The second question was, do you know what these musicians have in common? So there was Nick Drake, Jeff Buckley, Allman Brothers, Selena, Johann Sebastian Bach. They all found fame after they died, and to this day are recognized as some of the greatest composers of all time. And last but not least was, do you know what these celebrities have in common? And I listed off Michael Jackson, Marvin Gaye, Mickey Rooney, Edgar Allan Poe, Emily Dickinson, Oscar Wilde. They all died bankrupt. They were penniless. Some of them had major tax problems. Others just never had their works of art published until their family members found it after they passed on. So I guess in short, what I'm trying to say is that I identify with these people. I feel that, like many of them, I could die content, never having been married or having children, despite the fact that that's what my parents want for me, much like my siblings who are both married with children. I'd like to get married someday, have children. And if it's meant to be, it'll be. I think I've still got a good 10 years to cross that bridge, give it 5 years to build a stable relationship and then, make some babies. But it's not my mission. It's not my goal. It's not my dream. It's just a bonus, if you will. I believe in a higher calling. And for myself, it took me many years to figure this out, but I feel that my mission is to create music to help people fall asleep, fall in love, or cry their hearts out so that they can heal their soul. That is what music does for me. And if it means being a starving artist all my life, I'm okay with that, especially if it means making history, even if it's after death. Admittedly, there have been some highs and lows in my journey. Periods where I couldn't do more than 20 euros a week on groceries. Surviving off of items that cost less than 3 euros, like bananas, apples, oranges, cheese and baguettes, canned soup, beans, pasta, that kind of thing. For the most part, it's all healthy stuff. And when I look back at the life I had in Toronto, when I was focused on work, spending in excess of $150 a week on groceries, I was buying ice cream, lots of red meat, and, just a whole lot of crap that was not healthy. So there's always a silver lining. And you have to remember that. They say there's what's his name? The Dip is a great book. I forget the author's name, but all decisions in life are one of 3 things: a dead-end road, a cliff, or a dip. And the dip is an investment. There's a drop, but if you stick through it, there's a big payoff. And for some, it doesn't come until after they die, but they change the world. So I guess the best advice I can give to all of you starving artists and struggling entrepreneurs is to not compare yourself to other people. but to compare where you are today to where you were a year ago, 5 years ago. Are you getting closer to fulfilling your mission, your dream, your goals? Or are you people-pleasing and trying to build a life that is somebody else's vision? You know, I think you have the choice to pursue your own dream or someone else's dream. And if you don't want to be on your deathbed looking back at your life saying you should have held on just a little longer, you need to be true to yourself, no matter how hard it gets, because the biggest regret in life is not living your own life for you. I hope that helps. Stay strong, be true, bisous bisous.